Hey guys, welcome to Surreal Beauty by Tiffany, where we talk books, blogs, and fashion. And today I want to talk about goal setting, setting our goals, and how to accomplish our goals. But before we get into it, I wanted to officially announce the opening of my store, Surreal Beauty by Tiffany. It is an online boutique where I sell my books, fashion pieces, and also I display my blogs from the latest readings and writings that I just write about. I know that sounded so silly, but guys, I love to write so much that sometimes a blog actually does the justice of getting my showcasing my writing. So yes, Surreal Beauty by Tiffany is open, and that is www.sbbytiffany.com. Be sure to check it out, and let's get right into it. So today I wanted to, this is one of the pieces that I'm wearing. How could I forget? It's one of the fashion pieces. It's one of the red velvet robes. So any of you ladies that like red, it's nice and lace. It's pretty. So yes, it's available at Surreal Beauty by Tiffany. Be sure to get yours. And let's get into it. So how to accomplish our goals. So again, I had my whole little piece of work right here that I've written down, and I want to share with you guys. So I listed step by step the process that I've taken to help accomplish goals, and something that I think may help you. And honestly, this stuff works. I'll give you some hidden keys and tools. Also, how to be a rich bitch. I talk about some of these things as well. It is available. It is an ebook, so upon purchase, you will receive the link and have immediate access to it. So I talk a bit about this in my book, How to Be a Rich Bitch. So be sure to get your copy. So now let's really talk about it. Okay, so the first thing I have written down is write all of your goals down. This is literally like you're halfway getting to your goal just by doing this, writing it down. Why do I say that? There is such power in writing down your goals, writing anything down, any task that needs to get done. When you write it down, it's like you kind of put this like memory, you create this memory space in your mind. Why do I say that? There are so many things. Just let's see, like, there's like one specific example. When I published my first book, The Birth of Treasure, I was getting my A4 piece together to submit to, local newspapers and things like that, local book clubs. And I remember at the time, I didn't have any professional, like, author photos of myself. And I remember that being a necessary component to the piece that I submitted. And so I remember just writing down, like, I did the whole A4 piece. And the A4 piece is just literally a synopsis or a snippet of your book in a couple pages, and you submit it. You submit it to who you want to discover your book. And I felt like a missing component was professional, photos of myself. And I remember at the time I wrote down, okay, once on the document, get professional photos. I promise you guys, a year later, I even forgot about that A4 piece. It wasn't until not too long ago, like a couple of weeks, when I was getting ready to submit it, I actually was able to find the document on one of my softwares, and I pulled it out, and I saw that I have everything done, and all I had to do was just put my photos in, because eventually, I think about 2 months later, I ended up getting my photo shoot done, and, I was able to submit the whole piece in. So I know that's probably like a little, maybe not the best example, but what I'm trying to say is that honestly, I even forgot that I wrote this thing down, but somehow, I still was in action. I got those photos done, and I was able to, after a while, be able to put that document piece together. So even just lately, anything that I have to get done, I write it down on a Post-it and I put it up on the wall. It just reminds you, it keeps it in your mind, because we forget things. So constantly being able to write things down and see it, you're constantly just like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. So your brain is on it. You're constantly let's say, what's the word? Reminding yourself when you write things down and you can see it. So yes, writing it down. And then the second one is reading them daily, reading your goals daily. So, right now I'm just looking at my wall, and I have so many things that I have to get done. I had so many things that I needed to get done before, and I got it done. Just simply, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's like, I don't know, it's like you send a message to your computer, which is like your brain, and it just stays on top of it. So again, it's just such beauty and power in writing things down. I'm telling you. Yes. So reading them daily, you're constantly reminding yourself of what needs to get done. And then you must take action. Definitely take action. Now, that was another thing. Like, I know for myself, like, obviously we can't do every single thing in one day. But if you just take note of, okay, so today is whatever day it is, and today we're going to get these things done. And you kind of just keep yourself, you know, hold yourself accountable for getting each thing on your list marked off. So you complete each task or whatever you can get done that day, and whatever you can't finish, you know, you save it for the next day or so after. So that's usually how it works. And before you know it, you'll realize how much you get done by the end of the day, by the end of 2 days, by the end of the week. You'd be surprised. So yes. And just looking at my notes. So yeah. Do things on a daily basis that contribute to your big goals. So we have short-term goals and we have long-term goals, you know. So short-term goals, obviously, it's like, okay, how can I break this down? Your long-term goal is, let's say, I want this Range Rover. I want this house, you know. So that is your long-term goal. So you're consistently every day getting up and putting in the work to attain those assets, right? So, well, let's not say assets, but for the sake of this conversation, this example, we're going to say assets. So, you know, so yeah, let's say you want this like really nice car, you want this really big house. And so obviously, unless you just have it like that, you can just jump right into it. Most people, they have to work, you know, and get whatever car that it is that they want, whatever house that it is that they want, whatever it is that they want, you have to work for it. So you set up your long-term goals, and then also you set up like your short-term goals, you know. So it kind of, it gives I'm trying to find the best way to put it. Having short-term goals, because sometimes, let's say it takes about a year to make your long-term goal, you also want to kind of keep yourself in check. So having short-term goals along the way and being able to like hit like small milestones leading up to the long-term goal is also a great thing to do. So it's really great to have like your short-term goals and your long-term goals, you know. So I mean, I'll share some of mine. One of my goals at the time was to graduate and get my degree. Now, when you start off in school, it's a 4-year commitment, you know, so each year, you know, I had short-term goals for each year. So every year was different. So what if, okay, and I'm just making something up off the top of my head, but like, let's say one of my short-term goals, so my long-term goal, okay, I'm going to graduate, I'm going to get a good job, you know, and get a place and things like that. That's like my long-term goal. What am I doing leading up to that? I want to lose weight. I want to eat better. You know, so I set up short-term goals for myself so that I also have small victories along the way to getting to my big victory. You know, so you want to have short-term goals and long-term goals. Yes. And moving on, because I think I already just like did 2 and 1. Okay. So the next thing that's really, 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 really important, a vision board. Creating a vision board for yourself. What is a vision board? Okay, so a vision board is, let's say, a poster board, and you put it up on your wall, and you write down all the things that you want, you desire. You put it up in a place where you'll see it every day. When you wake up and when you look, that's the first thing you see. So for myself, honestly, I have that. I have it right in a position when I wake up every morning, I see it. And I also have it in a position where I do my hair, my makeup, and I have it also there as well. I also carry it on an index card, and I keep it with me on my person. So I'm constantly reminding myself of what it is that I want. Also, it just reminded me when I was training for the Olympics, when I was on my professional athletic journey, I was getting ready for a championship competition. I remember leading up to the competition, I had my vision board of what I wanted to accomplish by the time I got to championships. And to be honest, it just literally flashed back in my head. I placed top 4. I placed top 4 in the country, top 2. It was top 4 in the country, top 6 in the world. And I remember all the goals that I had set out for myself. Literally, I accomplished it. It's so crazy. I don't know. It's just, it's a powerful thing. And I just really, really encourage other people. I recommend writing your goals down. Whatever it is that you're serious about, I'm telling you, write it down, put it up, and everyday work. Do all there is that needs to be done that contributes to that goal. No matter how big or no matter how small, whatever steps that you're taking, they all count and they all matter. So that is really the big and bright message that I'm wanting to share with you guys. You can attain all it is that you desire, but you must be willing to put the work in, and that's all. So yes, pace yourself. Pace yourself. It's not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? It's not a race. You know, you get there at your own pace. Take your time, one day at a time. Don't put too much pressure. Don't put too much unexpected pressure, you know, unrealistic pressure on yourself. Be realistic also about your goals too. Be realistic about the time frame that you're putting, that you're setting your goals for. That's another thing. Be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you can do. Don't put something that's so far out of your reach. You know yourself better than anyone. So you will be able to determine what that is, you know, because you want to be realistic about that as well. Like, you know, like for me, it's like, okay, I want to go to space, you know, I don't know, I just thought of that. Be realistic, you know, don't make it too complicated. Make it simple, you know, and you just write it down, you put it up where you can see it, and you just work every day. You know, that's just the name of the game. Remind yourself. So yes, this is the next point. Remind yourself of why you want your goals. Remind yourself of what it is that, what is it about that, whatever goal it is that you want. What is it about it that, you know, that makes you crazy for it, that makes you desire it? Why do I say that? Because there are going to be days where it's going to be not as pleasant. It's going to be not so fun, but your why, you know, why you want this goal will push you through. It will allow you to, you know, to still weather the storms that come along the way, you know. So that's the best way I can describe it. Yes, so remember, like, just reading, watching your vision board, looking at your vision board, reading your goals, writing it down, looking at it. It's like constantly just like putting it in your mind and your brain, like, okay, this is what we're going after. I've gotten so many things accomplished, literally, guys. I'm telling you the truth. So yes, and most importantly, believe in yourself, you know, believe in what you're doing, no matter if, you know, people acknowledge it or not. You know, you're not doing it for other people, I hope. You know, you're doing it for yourself. So believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing. No matter the small steps, the small victories, the big ones, they all count, you know. So definitely believe in yourself. No one else is going to believe in you more than you. So you might as well start with you. You might as well become your biggest fan. You might as well, because it's like, before anyone else can, it's got to start with you, you know. So let's get it, guys. Okay, so I'm just looking through my notes, guys, to just see quickly. I don't want to keep you guys, I don't want to have this video too long. I'm almost done. So how to stay on track with your goals, and I talked about that. Reminding yourself of why you started in the first place, you know. So I know that when I was training as an athlete, why? Because, man, let me tell you, it's not easy. It was torture pretty much every day, you know, trained all day, every day, and it was not fun. And honestly, I would have to remind myself, like, when I had to get up 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and, you know, you don't want to get up because you're so tired, you're so sore from the day before, from practices before, like, you don't want to get up. And I had to constantly remind myself when I got up, when I found myself in those ruts, like, okay, telling myself, you know, you want to make the Olympic team, you know, you want to do these things. This is what you really want, you know, you want to win the championships. It's at the end of the term. Like, these are all things that I would have to tell myself, to remind myself, to get me out of bed. And this is what I'm sharing with you, you know. So when it does get hard, because it will, honestly, there are going to be days where you just don't want to work. You know, there are going to be days where you're not feeling it. But those are the days where you really, really, really have to push yourself. So definitely have your why has to be strong, because that is what's going to, like, fuel you through the hard days. So, you know, step by step, small steps. And again, just taking some last thoughts in. Another thing that I felt like it was important to share with you guys was the fact that sometimes when we start off working on our goals, we can't see the whole big picture in the beginning. But as we take steps, continuing moving forward, it will start to, like a puzzle, it starts to kind of bring itself together. You start to see the picture of it as you continue to take a step forward. I hope that makes sense. Because sometimes, and that stems from the point of sometimes people think that they need to have it all figured out. when they have a goal or something, and that's not true. You just take the first step, and that's the most important part. And you consistently take the steps forward. And as you're taking a step forward, you will begin to realize that whatever it is that you need in a moment, it will come to you, whether it be through another person. Some type of resource from the universe will be provided to you. You know, whether it's information that you need in that moment, whether it's a material object, the universe will provide it. So definitely trust and believe that. Don't worry too much on how, just do, and all that will work itself out. So don't put your goals off. You know, whatever it is that you want to do, put it on that list and work on it. Whatever it is you want, you just gotta really be willing and wanting to put the work in. That's really what it comes down to be honest. So definitely prioritize yourself. You are worth it. Put your goals first. Create your vision board. Read it to yourself daily. Look at it. Have it in index cards. Write it down. Write down your goals where you can see them. So every day when you get up, throughout your day, you see it. You have it with you. You're constantly reminded and refreshing your mind of what it is that you want. And you're continuously putting in the work in on a daily basis to get to it. So yes, guys, I talk a bit about this and how to be a rich bitch. But I'll share a little bit more of my experiences as I continue, you know, with my videos. So I hope that you got some value from this. So yes, here at Surreal Beauty, we talk books, blogs, and fashion. Be sure to check out my website. The link's below. Surreal Beauty by Tiffany. That is www.sbbytiffany.com. Be sure to get your copy at How to Be a Rich Bitch today. And until next time.